All right, brother. I appreciate you being on the podcast. It's been a while. It's been, man, like a year maybe? Because Elijah, could he walk last time you were here?
No, he couldn't.
Damn. So, yeah, it's 2 years probably.
Yeah, that's 2 years.
Damn. Where does time go, man? Like, being a kid, we always heard that, time moves fast and shit like that. But we don't understand until we actually have a family, bills, and things to do.
Yes.
Like,
everything goes.
That is true. And I know this shit. Like, if you have something to look forward to, that motherfucker is going to show up quicker than you wanted to. The first has been my arch nemesis since I've been here. I'm like, fuck, didn't I just pay rent? And they're like, yeah, that was 30 days ago. I was like, fuck, what was I doing?
Like, what have I been doing in those last 30 days?
Right, paying another bill.
Exactly, paying other bills, stressing about other shit.
Right.
It's like, when can you catch a break? Life is not going to give you a break, so that's why we stress to these kids now, like, wish we would have took heed to it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, bruh.
But what I've noticed is like, damn, what'd you say? The kids don't do what?
They don't listen basically to us telling them to slow down, stay a kid.
Yeah, that's my big thing, right? So when I was a teenager, my whole thing was, fuck, I'm growing up too fast. I'm gonna die soon. Like I was really, really depressed, really anxious about life. And now that I'm an adult and I've got this way of thinking, I'm like, fuck, I gotta be on this motherfucker for a long time. Like 30 years, I'll only be 50, 55. In 30 years, I'll only be 50. That is crazy. I'm not even 30 yet. So like another 30 years is crazy to think I'll be alive. You feel me? But then it sparks a fire under you, and it's like, are you going to live that whole time regretful? Are you going to live it poor? Are you going to live it, etc., whatever. So like with me, that's my whole motivation to be great. Of course, Elijah, that was my big thing, being here longer for him. But now, since that is a reality, that I will be here longer, and now it's like, okay, what can I do now that's going to benefit me being here longer? Because if I don't do shit, I'd rather have been dead if right. I'm not gonna,
because you didn't live life.
Yeah, or just add to Elijah's life. You feel me?
Yes, because that's the end goal. For at least for me, is to make sure if once I do leave, that my kids are set up to know exactly how to move through this world.
Right.
Because this world is always changing. Something's new every day. And it's low key tough to navigate a lot with your children nowadays because of social media. Like all the internet stuff, like coming back. It was just getting introduced when I was coming up. So
yeah.
I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Right. You know, like when I was a kid, Facebook wasn't a thing. We had MySpace, but I think MySpace came out.
MySpace, and I think it was Black Planet or some shit where we had little avatars and we met up and shit and talked in a little virtual reality. And the chick is two computers down from you.
Yeah.
And you still talking to her on this internet like you can't talk to her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we struggled back then with like making conversation with girls back then.
Right.
We'd rather be on the computer once they start introducing us to it, like trying to figure out how to talk to her, and she's right there.
Yeah, well, I think what technology did was introduce a version of reality that we can be comfortable with, because online we can be anyone.
That is true. Like,
there's seasons of catfish out there. Niggas literally get online and pretend to be a whole different person. Like when I watch these movies and things like that, I'm like, bro, this shit is real life. Like somebody for real woke up today and was like, let me go play with somebody's feelings because I'm insecure or I'm a bad person. You feel me? And I'm like, fuck, bro. Like
where do your mind go when you wake up and just do that? Like,
yes, and think evil. Like I heard this person. My sister was telling me, She was like, yeah, this person got hurt doing something. And I was like, that's not how I heard they got hurt. I heard they got hurt doing something else. So I'm like, niggas would like intentionally lie, bro. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I mean, what kind of person is that? You feel me? Like, I could never wake up and just choose violence.
Yeah, wake up and just say, you know what? Today is the day.
For sure. Because, I mean, since I've had a son, I've stopped taking myself serious at everything. Like, my son thinks I'm the biggest fucking goofball in the world. So why would I walk around pretending I'm something I'm not? Man. So other niggas who are that, you know, would take me out and I'm just pretending. I'm not even like that for real. Now my son's left without a dad.
And see, that's the thing is, like, you gotta just be who you are.
Right.
Like, it's okay. Like, it's all right to be yourself. It's all right to love yourself. If no one else loves you, just know the man above loves you.
Right.
And you should love you.
For sure.
Because it's children, you. If you have children, trust me, they can say whatever they want. That child loves their parent. Mother, father, they love them.
Right.
Like, my son thinks the world of me, and we always play fighting. I mean, we have a good old time, and it's sometimes where I have to crack down on him.
Right.
I tell him, like, hey, man, we don't do that. Well, this is not what you do.
Yeah.
And he gets mad and he wants to drop his head, and I said, don't drop your head. Keep your head held high. It's okay. You're going to make mistakes. You just got to learn from them and continue to grow.
Right, and that's the thing that our society doesn't really implement, is that you're going to make mistakes, but it's going to be better. Because with the prison and jail system, we think of jail as like rape, murder, etc., but it's supposed to be a rehabilitation center.
It is. And it's not.
Right. And that's the thing. And that's why when we get these kids that fuck up, or we have parents who are too hard on their children, I'm like, bro, we're human. Like, what? Even a lion misses a kill. And that's one of the deadliest fucking animals on the planet.
That animal still escapes. And it's okay, you know, to, like, talk with your children. Mm-hmm. Understand your children. Even if you didn't come, and my thing is, if you didn't come from a background
a little closer.
Yeah, look,
there, there you go.
If you didn't come from a background to where it was like stable enough to where you can have these conversations to talk to your parents and feel open enough to talk to them. Mm-hmm. If you are now that child that didn't have that, and you're an adult and you have children, don't replace that same trauma.
Yeah.
Learn how to be better.
And I feel like that's the job of the parent. You know, like, now that I'm a father, I understand my parents a lot more. But of course,
and sometimes I'm like, why didn't we have a conversation about what I was doing or what I was going through? It was just, I point finger, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
And that's that.
You know, I totally agree. And because that's the thing, my parents did not know how to communicate. They were bad communicators. No, it was just ass whoopings at a lot of points of our lives. But now that I'm older, and I'm like, I made an effort to be different for Elijah. Why could that same effort not be applied when I was born? Why didn't you just try to be like, we just survived, and I appreciate it, because a lot of people go to foster homes, a lot of people get evicted, things like that. But then it's like, okay, even if we couldn't be financially good, the emotional part still wasn't. Right. Y'all both implemented your guys' upbringing on us. So now that we're older in this whole new time of, it's okay to feel hurt, it's okay to express your feelings, now we're just so fucking broke down because we're expressing it now. But when you hear it out loud, you're like, how did I survive this? How did we have to go through this? You feel me? Like,
how did we spend those months?
Right, those years and right, bro. Like, me and my siblings, me and my two brothers shared a room. My two sisters shared a room. My mom had a room. We're in that motherfucker right now, nigga, cramped. I'm like, how did we live in here, bro? How did we survive? How did all of us take a shower, eat dinner, brush our teeth, like, in a timely manner? It's weird to think now because it's so far gone, but it's like
mine was like arguing. Like everybody argued about something. Something was never right.
Did you have a lot of sisters?
I feel
like somebody had a lot of sisters that were
and 2 brothers.
Okay.
And one of my sisters passed away, but my older sister, she was the diva. Like, you couldn't tell her nothing. She was always right. So of course, if anything she said, it went. So of course, back in those days, what happened? Mama would leave the house. Who's watching the kids?
Yeah.
You and your siblings is watching yourselves. Yeah, I can go outside or don't come out this house, whichever one. Mine's had a choice because we had neighbors that actually looked out. And you know, that's the thing. Like, back then, neighbors would actually snitch on you to your parents.
As they should, man.
Like, I seen those.
That's all little badass.
Hopping out the window last night. I was going to wait to tell you just morning.
Man.
So, like, with that, it was just like, all of it was just chaos.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of chaos. And so, like, I went to school and shit, I showed my ass. I'm not gonna lie, I showed my ass.
What do you think that was? Was it like the lack of attention at home, the lack of discipline, or just a lack of structure?
A lot of both. It was a lot of both, and also like me not knowing a lot of what's going on. Like you say, the lack of communication. I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I'm getting busted on, and I don't know why I'm getting ragged on at school or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm new to this. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Mama didn't fulfill me in on what was going on. Siblings didn't say nothing to me. Everybody just like, all right, you figure it out. So that's what they call throw you to the wolves.
Yeah.
Make you figure it out. So basically, like, in my household, we don't do that. We don't throw nobody to the wolves. We gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
If we gonna definitely figure it out together. And we gonna work and grow.
Right. And that's the thing, man. Like, with my son, it was really hard for me to like accept affection from him. You know, like just saying or being out in public saying I love you or baby come, or like just different things like that, because growing up it was always don't be bad in the store or don't touch, like, how can I explain it? Love wasn't the first thing that we were given. I feel like it was discipline and fear first, and then love came after.
Yeah.
And of course, like, when you're a kid, you always hear that, oh, obey your parents, or, you know, don't talk back. And sometimes, nigga, I just need an answer. That's all.
And that's all kids.
Why am I watching these motherfuckers? And I'm a kid. Like, I want to go play. I want to go.
My thing is, kids don't know. They don't know anything. So therefore, you have to teach them. You have to let them know. So when they come with it to you with questions, if you don't know, let them know, baby, give me a second, let me figure that out myself. Right. It's okay that you don't know. You're an adult and still don't know, but they're a kid and don't know. Look at it from their eyes.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah, we forget what it's like to be a kid. We forget how scary it is. You feel me?
This is a big place. Like, as a kid, this is a huge place to a kid. And you're in just a small town, small city. It's still a huge place to them.
Right. Yeah, like, I mean, looking back, I tried to pride myself on knowing, like, the streets in Tulsa, so, like, Sheridan, blah, blah, blah. And when I was a kid, I was like, man, how does my mom know where all these landmarks is? It just seems so big. Now, niggas ask me, I'm like, it's about the McDonald's on the corner. You feel me?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just learned fucking Tulsa.
Right, bro.
I just learned.
Yeah, but I was like, give me a restaurant, nigga. Give me a restaurant.
You hear me? You gotta give me something where I know where I done ate at before.
Right.
Like,
man,
if I done shopped there or ate there, you better say something. And it can't be too many, because I'm gonna be confused in a motherfucker. So you mean over there? Nah.
Right.
Go down a little bit more.
Yeah, you're missing it a little bit. But that's the thing. So, in Proverbs, I don't know if you read the Bible, but in Proverbs, I think it's Proverbs. Oh my goodness. I'm reading Proverbs, but I don't think it's in Proverbs. But there's a verse that says, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So when you're talking about, I'm getting ragged on, I don't know what's going on. And then when you go in that house, nobody knows what's going on. And then we destroy each other by breaking each other down, not supporting each other. Income is ass, so you can't really feel good about where you live, what you look like,
and what you providing and what you doing. Yep.
Right. And back in the day, some people had to, wait for food stamps or wait for WIC or some stand in lines and shit. And it's like, this is humiliating. We live in a country where niggas is buying $100,000 cars. And there's people starving. I heard this statistic. It said if everybody who bought Christmas didn't buy Christmas and spent all their money to world hunger, nobody would be hungry for like 2 years. Be hungry for 2 years. Niggas been hungry for 10 days. For 2 years.
2 years.
It also says in the Bible, the world is in the hands of the wicked. That's some wicked shit, bro. Like, would you, if we all on this motherfucker together, how is anybody starving or hungry?
And we supposed to be loving and caring about each other.
It's weird. You gotta think about that. Like, people gonna start acting like, I don't want to like, greed. Right? I don't want to fucking get into like any government secrets so they come after me. Like, I just have questions that niggas just like ask, because even if you ask the question, they don't give a fuck because they gonna keep being in power. Who am I?
Yeah, that's why I want to really, because they will start trying to look into you and shit once you get deep on their ass.
I'm not nobody, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not nobody.
They get angry and shit, but I mean, it's the truth. I mean, the questions are there. People want to know, and y'all still don't have an answer.
I think what it is, niggas don't want to be equal. Think about it. Like, niggas don't want to be equal. Because there's this billionaire, let's just say Jay-Z. He has so much money, he can give everybody in the United States $1. And still have probably billions. But
who's that? Elon Musk?
Yeah, somebody. I mean, all these niggas, bro. If you have a B, if you have a B behind your name, talking about you, nigga. But that's the thing. It's like, what is it like? What is it for real to be like all the billionaires? Let's just give these niggas 300,000. I don't know, whatever good money is. You feel me? But it's like,
give them some money. I mean, at least to
right. But it's like now they'll open their own shoe company. They'll start making their own cars. They'll start making their own record labels.
So you can buy it and it goes right back to them.
Well, it's not even that. You just start your own shit, and now their billion goes away. Now they're multi-millionaires, and now you're a multi-thousandaire, and then you keep thriving. Now the roles are reversed. They lost power. They lost their status, so why would they want to be even? Because being even, you can either go back up or go down. You feel me? Like, if the glass is half empty or half full, depending if you drink that motherfucker or add to it. It's really all it is. And people want to keep adding to their cup.
They do.
But that's me. Sorry, but I be getting deep in this shit, bro.
That's deep as hell right there. Because you're right. Like, and I don't understand that, and I've been trying to figure that out since I had a job. I ain't even gonna lie, because you see it in all the workplaces.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it in the people who you can start with that person, and that person can go to manager, and you can still be almost either one or a step below him. But you can see the
and what
shift.
They do, let that shit go to their head.
You see the shift in their mindset. I mean, I think I was talking to my niece last night. She was talking about the pay at work with coworkers, and I tried to tell her, baby girl, it is not going to work the way you think it is. It's not going to work in your favor. Mm-hmm. That's just the way the world works. I mean, you can't go to work and ask this person, that person, because now you becoming nosy.
I think it's illegal.
And it's illegal. I'm like, you can't do that, because she got upset because someone told her to mind her business. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's still young. She's still in school, so she's trying to figure out the world.
Yeah, and nobody can talk to me like that. I'm grown.
Exactly. And so I have to let her know that, no, it does not work like that. But I had this talk with her a couple of days ago is don't go in there asking people that question.
Yeah.
Because that's one, that is rude. Two, the company doesn't want you to know.
Right. Well, I mean, and let's just say, like, she asked me, for example, and I have, 3 kids, and I'm struggling. And I feel bad as a man because I can't provide. Oh, I made 12. And then you'd be like, oh, I made 14. 13. Yeah, something like that. I'm like,
exactly. And that's why I told her, hush your mouth.
Yeah, but you don't know what people are going
because
through, man.
You don't know. They have things already that they've been having.
You just got in this motherfucker.
You just got here. You're just getting started. Don't run yourself out of something so quick,
right,
that you don't get the experience.
Yeah, I mean, and now, bro, especially with my generation, I feel like since I was in high school, that's when Black Lives Matter start popping off, and and the social media, like catching cops on video or whatever. I feel like through that whole time, we thought it was our place to say something instead of sitting back and minding our fucking business and letting things play out. Like, we think we have to take action right then and there. That doesn't make sense. People don't win. Plan first, right? Though. People don't win championships. They don't win wars just doing the shit.
They have a plan,
right? They have like I don't promote violence or whatever, but Hitler took over almost all of Europe. Probably the smartest nigga I ever met. Or not ever. I've never met him, but the smartest nigga that like. How do you who don't? It's like me going to the Switzerlands and be like, hey, y'all are cooler than these people, so let's go fuck them up. Hitler had brown eyes and brown hair, and he's telling these niggas with blonde eyes and blue hair that y'all are cool. And he was the leader of their military. He had a plan. He said the right things. He can't just go out there, hey, y'all, I'm Hitler, bro. Like,
you got it.
We gonna do this shit, bro.
But also, like, you gotta stick together. We gotta stop turning each other down, being apart, saying, "Oh, well, this costs too much because this is from him." But I mean, come on now. We're trying to grow.
I thought about that same thing, and so I believe the people in the Bible are black. So I feel like we're those people, and it's a commandment to wear fringes on our shirt with like a blue outline. And I was looking for some online. I'm like, bro, these are fucking expensive. And I was like, I'm gonna make my own. And then I was thinking about literally everything that goes into making my own. And I was like, oh shit, I'd sell it for that price too. Because you gotta think, and sewing the fringes on, sewing the blue, or getting the right fabric, getting the right. And I'm like, there's so much money. They're probably only making $10 back. You feel me? But I have the nerve to complain about somebody else's talent and hard work.
No, I appreciate it.
Right.
Because you took the time out. You didn't have to take your time out to do that. You didn't have to make it look this neat, this good.
And that and that's the thing with like black people and black owned businesses. Like, can I get a discount? Or come on, bro, I'm supporting you.
For what?
You supporting these other niggas for free.
I appreciate you doing this. I'm glad you doing this.
Wasn't it Tommy Hilfiger that said, I didn't make my brand for black people?
Yeah.
Niggas still walk around with Tommy Hilfiger underwear on. Still walk around with Tommy Hilfiger clothes.
No, I don't think I own one piece of.
Saying that is verbally. When I hear that and I see people walking around with that, that's like
from head to toe with it too.
Right. That's like wearing the N-word on your shirt and a white guy going,
it's all right.
Right, because he told you it's not for you. And what'd you do?
I'm going to put it on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I make it look nice.
Man, it's like the master's like, man, this noose is to hang niggas. let me get that, bro. This is cool.
Man.
Come on, bro.
Nah.
It's frustrating in our.
It is.
Like I said, our people are really destroyed for the lack of knowledge because, like, even in the inner cities, you can't walk down the street without somebody being offended.
On me, and that's why.
Like, hey, nigga, where you from? What gang?
All I do is nod my head like, how you doing today?
Right.
And I call everybody, every black man that I see, I say, how you doing, king?
Yeah.
Because I want to let you know that you're a king.
Right.
Every black woman, you are a queen. Like, we are kings and queens. We have to start living by it.
I agree. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why I feel like I navigate through this world so well. For the most part, I feel like. Because I try to set my own reality. So like, oh, what's up, King? Or whatever the case may be. Now they're being met with respect. They're being met with dignity. Yeah. So if they take it to a weird level, then it's on them.
Exactly. It's
you feel me? So nobody
have attitude, like, and that's why I say treat everybody like with kindness.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what. All right, cool. That's the type of energy you want to give or whatever. Still, you have a nice day.
Right.
I apologize for whatever's going on in your life, but I hope it gets better. Because at the end of the day, I don't live your life and you don't live mine.
Right.
But if we can still coexist in this world to where we can be cordial to say hello and greeting each other with respect, then why we can't?
Yeah, you gotta understand, man. Like, this world, like you were saying earlier, this world is scary, especially the children. Like, growing, like, you are really in the world. You are really in the world with niggas you don't know, like strangers. Everywhere you go, they're strangers.
If they not a part of your family, they are strangers.
Right, bro. So like, no.
If you haven't grew up with these people since day one,
yes,
played
bro.
in the sandbox with these people since day one, they are strangers to you. Even the family that's extended to you that stay in different states and they come for a family reunion and you still sit there and look at them like,
who's that? Yeah. Who's this? Oh, that's on your daddy's side, but your uncle's side.
Be like, and then you go, oh, what's up with a cousin? How you doing? Nah, bro, come on now.
Right, and that's like, I say that, and it's like, bro, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what they've been through. Like, this nigga you're looking at, bro, that you're trying to test. He's probably been beat his whole life or molested on multiple occasions. So he's trained himself to now attack first. And all you did today, nigga, was spill coffee on your shirt. You had a good life. Your mom and dad, nigga, bought you breakfast. Or I don't know.
They made you breakfast. All you did was spill coffee.
Yep. And you look at this nigga like, bro, what? And he's doing the best he can, but you have a shitty attitude because you have coffee on your shirt. I feel like you should be able to punch niggas in the face, bro. I feel like I need to sign a petition. I think it. So I heard there was this law that if two people agree to fight, you can fight. But I feel like things need to be like, we need to walk around with cameras, because if a nigga's being a bitch nigga and you hit him and the cops come, you be like, hey, does this fall under the category of being a bitch nigga? They be like, it does, bro. It's borderline. It's borderline. But hey, you close. You good, bro. And then you look at the nigga,
man, because it's just like, I mean, it's just like how it turned out. I come from the era that you throw your hands up, and then all of a sudden, the era changed to where, oh, I can't whoop his ass every time I see him. I'm finna go grab this gun. And it's like, damn.
Which is so weird, bro.
It's like, you rather not take an ass, so you rather not get your hands better, go home, practice, find somebody to practice with,
right?
Get your hands better and show that dude next time he show up to you, or he see you, or he cross path with you, that, oh yeah, I'm still about that.
Yeah, and
I can still get down like that.
See, growing up, everybody was afraid to say they lost a fight. You know, I'm undefeated when I fought. Blah, blah, blah.
I got my ass whooped a couple times.
But yeah, but when I was a kid, that's why I didn't fight, because I was always scared of losing. I was always scared of being embarrassed. But now that I'm an adult, it's like, bro, there's so much that goes into like just fighting. Period.
You gotta hype yourself,
right? But let's just say you slipped, nigga, on a banana peel that hasn't been there in generations, nigga, and now you have 2 dots, bro. That's not your fault.
You hold your head and shit.
That's not your fault.
Like, bro, yeah. I mean, the shit do happen. I mean, shit, it don't even have to be a banana peel or nothing, bro. I done seen niggas slip on nothing. Like, pure air, because they timing was off.
Right.
I mean, it's just all about that. You know what I'm saying? They timing was off. So, therefore, all they did was end up getting them 2 knots.
Yeah.
And that was probably the end of the fight.
Right.
But, like, most of our fights was either done at school, at the park, in the club. like it didn't matter. Like
Right.
back in my day when we saw you and we didn't like you, that's exactly what happened. We fought. And then everybody started clicking up, ganging up, and then of course you got the click and the gangs, and then most of the people that can't fight ended up clicking up, ganging up together, and then they ended up getting a gun because that's what it was. It was like, you know what, can't none of us win. Somebody gonna win. Somebody gonna be victorious.
We'll lose if we jump a nigga.
You hear me? And then that's when that jumping shit happened. But like they say, no rules in fighting. So that's why you either never go in battle alone, and that's another reason why they start picking up them guns.
Right. See, with me, I'm trying to remember when I first enjoyed like boxing as an art, and I think it was when I was in high school, and I was probably watching some boxing highlights, and I was like, bro, this looks fun. So I signed up for a free class at Title Boxing, and I went, and I was like, okay, this shit's legit. And then when I started training for real, I was like, hold on. This can lead to something. You know, now I'm not as nervous when I walk by people, or now I'm not trying to be timid because nigga, I know I punch you in the face. and now that I'm older,
said now I know I punch you in the
right?
face.
Like now that I'm older, I feel like it's an advantage and a disadvantage for me to know how to fight. It's an advantage because, of course, I know how to defend myself. But it's a disadvantage because I know I'm going to do to you. I know I'm going to beat your ass. You feel me? And that exactly. Right there causes me not to have no problems with nobody.
Because you don't... It's like you don't want to take it to that point because you know exactly now where it can go.
Right.
And that's what fighting since day one has led for me. It's like, I don't even want to fight, dude. Like, you got it. Yeah. You that mad, you have it. You have it because I want you to leave here with your life and I want to leave here with mine. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to go home to my son and my other kids.
Yeah. And you go home to whoever loves you, bro.
But I'm going to go and play with him real quick and show him some things.
Yeah.
And show him how to walk away and diffuse the situation. Because it's too many young ones we losing out here. Like, to the silliness.
And that was my big thing, man. Like, once I saw my baby boy and I looked at him, I'm like, I'd be damned if he does or something happens to him that I could have prevented or gave him the tools necessary to survive.
Exactly.
Like, I want to teach him how to fight because if he gets bullied and commits suicide, whose fault is that?
Exactly.
It's not the kid. It's not the kid who bully. It's not. Yeah, definitely not his fault. It's not the kid who bully.
It's my fault because I didn't give him the proper tools to know how to handle himself through all the adversities that he's gonna get in life.
Right. And that's the thing. Like when I was a kid, I was always overweight. I had long hair, so people thought I was a girl almost all my life. And being raised by almost all women, all they would say, oh, you're handsome. You'll find a girl who likes you, blah, blah, blah. Instead of, well, let's go to the gym, son. Let's go work out. Let's change your appearance. Let's make you feel good about yourself. So now you're not having these type of thoughts towards yourself. Because if a nigga believes he's the shit, bro, you can't tell Flavor Flav, this nigga ugly to save your life. Cause he got bitches. He got compliments. He believed he was something that in reality he's not. But
exactly.
He makes us live in his reality because it's that. Have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
I just started it.
Okay, well, there's this thing called domain, and domain is like genjutsu from Naruto, right?
Okay.
They put you in their surrounding, and okay. I feel like that's how it should be. In your everyday life, because if two domain clashes, the stronger one would win. So if I'm meeting you with my reality, and my reality is sunshine and rainbows, you're gonna be happy. If not, exactly. You're gonna feel something that you didn't feel before. Like even with all the other females who I tried to talk to or whatever, and they did their own thing, I'm like, I know I left something in your life that now you're still looking for.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I made you feel different.
Exactly.
Like, there's this person, she was like, man, I felt when I hugged you that your energy was up. I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to walk in a room and niggas be like, is there a man in here? Oh, I knew I felt that presence. I knew I felt there was a real nigga in here, bro. I knew it.
I'm gonna go in there and it's just gonna be, the energy is gonna be up because I mean, why shouldn't you smile? You only get one life.
Right.
I'm gonna be mad all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a fucked up looking face. I'm gonna have a resting bitch face if that's for anybody. Like, nah. I'm a laugh.
Right.
I'm gonna look at you and laugh.
Man.
For one. And it's cool. Like, if we vibe, we vibe. We don't, we cool. We can just go and be cordial, pass along, and that'll be that.
Yeah, I don't see why people can't accept that fact, bro. Like, if we don't get along, why we have to get along? Like,
you can't force something that doesn't work. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
And right, and that's the thing. Like, people be like, "Oh man, I don't like this person at work," or "My boss is pissing me off." Fine, right? That's fine. But what does that got to do with your performance at work? What does that got to do with your parenting skills? What does that got to do with the people in the McDonald's drive-thru or the people who work at McDonald's? You gonna cuss out somebody at McDonald's because they forgot extra napkins, nigga? But
I hate that. Like, that's. And I know that's a word that you really shouldn't use, but I can't stand when people going off with people. Like, they got a job. Hey, they bad they job ain't going the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your job didn't obviously went the right way because you wouldn't be here cussing me out in my line of work whenever your line of work is not going okay. I ain't cussing you out. You may got customers or something. You may deal with other customers. But, you know, like you just said, you don't know what's going on in someone else's life. So be courteous. Be kind.
I feel like that's the most selfish thing a person can do is let their day or emotions affect everybody else.
Exactly.
That's selfish.
Selfish.
Like I understand. Like, let's just say somebody got fired or somebody got cut off or whatever. I understand that you're mad. But why do you want everybody else to feel the same way? Instead of I heard this thing, and I don't know if I said it on the podcast, right? But if you had 100 people, 99 people, oh my goodness, my allergies. So if 99 people said that you were attractive, and one person said you was ugly as fuck, you go think about that one person who said you was ugly. Why do we do that? Why can't one person...
That's a great question.
Oh, excuse me. Why can't one person who's having a bad day be surrounded by 3 people who had a good day, and now there's 4 people who are having a good day? But in reality, 3 people having a good day, 1 person having a bad day. Yep. Now all 4 have a bad day.
Yeah, because now everybody's... See, and it depends. Like, sometimes it also depends on the person and how well is that group of people with that person. Because you can take one person and possibly get them out that funk. But like you just said, you can still take that one person in there and still have the whole crew just like, oh, we don't want to do nothing now. Because the vibes is off. The energy. Like, it's not meshing well. Because you're happy, you're vibrant, and you're uplifting, but I don't want to feel that moment. And that's when people get into their own self-doubt and, I guess, get irritated within themselves at how things are going.
No, that makes sense. Because, I mean, we don't, just as a society, we don't let good ever win. So if you look at it, there's more scary movies than there are positive movies. There's more bad things on the news than good things. There's more like liquor stores or dispensaries and like lower income stuff. So we see that negative always win. And sorry, my allergies are fucking with me, so it's like throwing me off.
Oh, you good. I already know.
Oh goodness. So so we allow ourselves to let evil win. So when we are around these people, let's just say at work, when we worked at Boulder Grill. And just say there was 4 of us in there, one person having a bad day. He's slacking, tickets are piling up. And people are like, "Where's my food?"
Oh, we been through those days.
Right.
What you mean? Like, we definitely been through those days.
Right. And now, instead of all 3 who are busting their ass, encouraging each other, hey, we're doing it. Let's whatever.
We
they look at the niggas having a bad day. But what the fuck you go? And now this person with this person, and now it's back and forth.
Yeah, it does go back and forth.
It's overwhelming situations with ignorance of goodness that can come out of it. Right? And let's just say in the kitchen, your takers are piling up, right? Your ignorance of the positive side to that is more powerful than the reality of the negative side. Like, I understand people are waiting for their food. I understand tickets are piling up. That's the bad side. But we got to understand, like, hey, this food still got to look good. It still got to taste good.
And
it still got to go out. Yeah.
It still got to come out hot, and it got to come out correctly. You got to read each ticket because, like, and that's where people, like, some people don't understand when they do go out and they do order food and they do dine in. It's like that you are asking for someone to cook your dinner for that night. If that's a chef that loves what they do, they're going to try to make that dinner the best dinner you ever had in your life.
For sure.
From the taste, the look, the whole thing.
The whole thing. Whole shabam.
Yeah. So when it becomes a lot more people coming in at the same exact time and people waiting on tickets, that's why it's so crucial to have a team back there that's going to work together and crank out that food. And like you said, that bad apple is definitely going to spoil some stuff if they allow it.
Yeah.
And if they allow it, it's going to be hard because he's going to or she's going to move slow. Mm-hmm. Not going to get the correct things. So you have to double check and make sure you got everything correct. No, it goes on this plate instead of that plate. It goes in this bowl, not that bowl. Like, you got to keep moving.
And what I've noticed is, like, especially when we're talking about it, like, why does evil outweigh good? And I don't think it outweighs good or it consumes the good. Think of like like strawberries. If one gets moldy, you can just take it out and the rest will be alright. But if not, eventually over time, everything in there is going to be bad. Moldy. And it's not that the good got consumed by the bad. It was just over time, it becomes everybody's way of thinking, way of life.
That's why you got to keep things fresh. You got to keep the energy fresh every day. Like, you can't. I'm not saying that you can't let yourself be down, but at the same time, like, know that you have to look back and know that, all right, I don't want this type of energy.
All right.
I want energy that's positive. I want to be uplifted. I want to be like, all right, yeah, we got this no matter what. We going to get this no matter what. We handling this plan no matter what. Like, and we're going to do this. Let's go. And we're going after it. And we're not stopping until we accomplish that said goal.
And that's the scary thing, man. Because especially, let's just say you start to think that way, and it's with a group of people. How long into that will people start to get jealous? Will people start to envy people? And that's why I love wolves so much, because they understand their ranking. And when you have a group of people who all wants to be the boss, that's a problem. Like with One Piece, all 3 of them were brothers. None of them wanted to go with each other because they wanted to be their captain. They wanted to be a captain.
Yep.
What do you mean I'm gonna come with you? No, nigga, I want my own people. You come with me. What do you mean, nigga? I just asked.
So you mean I'm gonna be second fiddle to you?
Right, bro. Nah. And that's fine.
And it's
they still loved each other. They still had a connection.
And they still wanted the best for each other. Like, that's the thing that got me. Is like, come on, like, we can't want the best for each other. Like, I want absolutely the best for you, brother.
For sure, likewise.
Like, to the roof.
Yeah.
Have everything. Have the stars, moon, everything, my brother.
See,
I hope you get it. I pray that you get it.
I can't see how niggas are hating. Like, I can't be a hating nigga, bro.
No, like, for what? Like, I'm gonna take all my time and my energy to hate on you for what?
Right.
For what?
Like, that makes me feel like less than a man. If you can look at another man who, let's just say me and you wanted the same thing, and you were doing just one more thing that I wasn't doing, and I'm hating on you because you're getting something that I didn't get. Well, why the fuck were you not doing what John was doing? Why were you not doing 2 times as much as John is doing? It's so easy to blame somebody for something that you don't have because you don't want to look in the mirror and say, I'm the reason I fucked up.
Yep.
I say this all the time, like, regardless if my relationship failed with my baby mama or if I whatever, as a man, I take full responsibility 100%.
Exactly. It's my
because
fault.
If not, there is going to be a little piece inside of me that's going to blame a woman for the reason I gained weight, blame a woman for the reason my relationship. What, bro? How can another man who's on his shit look at me and be like, I respect that? I don't. If you blame somebody, like, I understand there's some shit that happened to people, like some people got taken advantage of as kids, or, you know, they parents schemed them out of some shit. I understand that.
Man.
But look in that mirror and say, they are no longer in control of my life. If I want a hamburger, I'm buying that hamburger.
I gotta be ready for change.
Right,
I gotta
bro.
accept that change, and I gotta go for it. Like,
right. Learn how to fight. Like, learn a discipline. Learn some, because like with boxing, it has taught me that there's levels to this shit, and the beauty about levels and the beauty about living life is you're able to get to whatever level you want to. Floyd Mayweather, like, people don't look at these people as people. Stop looking at them as celebrities, as millionaires. Look at them as people. He lived in I think it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom with 5, 6, 7 people. And now this nigga, I saw this interview he was doing. This nigga called his pilot and was like, "Hey, I need you to pick up this person. Need you to pick up this person and meet me here." Bro was like, "All right." He has his own private jet.
Let's go.
So you think that kid, like, you gotta put, like you said, put yourself in that boy's shoes. A young 10-year-old Floyd Mayweather. You didn't think he went to bed hungry? You didn't think he went to bed crying or looked at himself like, I'm a nobody?
Been upset and everything.
But he worked his ass off. And now people are upset. People are like, how dare you flaunt your money like that? Nigga, it's mine.
I made it.
Right.
Like, everybody signed the contract.
Right.
Everybody signed papers.
Right.
So why the hell are you mad at me for doing something? I mean, spending something that's mine.
Because deep down, let's just say a man, deep down, you know, if Floyd Mayweather walked in this motherfucker right now, he'll be able to buy all this. He'll be able to take your bitch to wherever she wanted. I think it was Drake. It was somebody. He was like, don't let me take your bitch and take her to somewhere she's never been before, bro. And it's like, internally, we don't want to say that. That's how we feel. We just want to be like, oh, he's an asshole. He's blah, blah. You've never met this man a day in your life.
I don't know how he gonna come off. I don't know what he capable of.
Right. Let's just say he fed the homeless before the camera showed up, before anything, and then he pulled up and played a character because that is what makes him money. But in reality, he just fed 100 people because that's who he truly is.
Yeah.
But we see what he wants us to see. We don't see what reality is.
Yeah. And we like to just judge off of that, though. That's what they judge off of.
Right.
Like, and that's everybody why they hate certain celebrities, hate certain people. Like, I mean, just look at all the hate LeBron getting. Right.
You think people who grew up with LeBron or grew up with Beyonce or let's just say Jay-Z, you think they're fans of them?
I would hope so.
I don't think so.
And see, that's me being hopeful. I'm very hopeful on things. Because
where do rappers die the most? In their own fucking city.
Yeah.
By niggas who knew him. Nipsey got killed by his friend. A gang, like, I think they're part of the same gang. his friend, bro. Nipsey was okay everywhere else, but died in his home city.
And that's horrible, because that goes back to everything we pretty much have been saying. It's like, all right, the saying is, watch those that are closer to you. But like, why do I gotta watch? As you just said, he was doing something a little bit better than me. Why should I hate on him? Because he knew that step. I'm going to congratulate him and pray he get even more, and pray that I learned that step quicker so I can be there.
Yeah. The Bible also says there's nothing new under the sun. And from the beginning, the first murder, Cain and Abel. I don't know if you know that story, but Abel gave some sacrifice to the Most High. Most High took it. Cain didn't really put his all into it. The Most High rejected it. And Cain was jealous because Abel got accepted. And it wasn't why he got accepted. It was just because he got accepted. Abel gave the Most High the best of everything he had. Cain just, whatever this is, Lord, this is yours. What, bro? You're talking to the creator of everything. So what are we to niggas who just grew up with us? If a person can just give the Most High whatever and kill his brother over jealousy, man, what do you think? And especially if those are the same people as us, how easy is that?
True.
Solomon, King Solomon, David, King David, saw this female showering outside and was like, that bitch bad. Person was like, you know she got a husband. He was like, who? Her? Yeah, she got a husband. Send him to war, put him on the front line. Dead. Now she is a widow. That's my bitch now. People don't read the Bible for real, bro. They were in there. Those were niggas in there, bro. Those were niggas, bro. So all the niggas you know, that's our ancestors, bro. So all this conniving and weird shit we do now, they were doing it. That's why we're here. In the Bible it says, bro, if y'all keep fucking up, y'all gonna go to a place y'all never been. Y'all gonna go back there on boats. They gonna sell you. Y'all are gonna have dysfunctional family. They gonna take your kids. They gonna do all this shit. We're the only people that fit. And you still see how that works today.
Yeah.
You still see how we're serving people that we didn't know back then.
At all.
But that's a whole nother story here and there. But I feel like as a people, bro, we need to start understanding. Like you said, I want you to know you're a king and queen, but I want you to know, like, bro, we're a God-chosen people. That should itself be motivation to do something. Like I've been in the.
But it's like, but with that, my bad to cut you off. But with that, it's like they don't hear it enough. People don't hear it enough. We never really heard that. So therefore, what do we hear?
They hear they hear it, but what comes with it, they don't want to believe. What do you mean I gotta stop selling drugs? What do you mean I can't just start fucking anybody? What do you mean I gotta not eat pork no more? We ain't God chosen people. It's easier to be like, nah, that's not the truth because we're so caught up in our ways. Nah, but in the Bible, it also says you're a stiff-necked people. Stiff-necked mean hard-headed. You can't tell a black person nothing, especially a black teen.
True.
Hey, you need to cover up. Who the fuck are you? You're not my daddy. Well, niggas who are old enough to be your daddy is looking at you like they want to fuck. Exactly. So either you're gonna take my advice to tell you to do something better, or you gonna listen to these niggas that tell you to take it off. Man, like that Life Jennings, right? But like that Life Jennings song, like niggas who old enough to be your daddy know your name. They talk about how much this girl done changed. Like, bro, this was a kid. And I was talking to my sister yesterday. You know, the Catch Me Outside girl. Catch Me Outside. How about that? The white girl.
Yeah.
Right when she turned 18, she made an OnlyFans and got like $1 million in a couple hours.
So that means
from 17 to 18.
So you perverts been sitting here lurking on this baby girl.
Yeah,
man, that's sick.
What is that song? Lil Wayne's on it. I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. They were like, in 10 years, holler at me, Miley Cyrus, or some shit. So one of them niggas said that in that song. But I was like,
I think that was
was it Wayne who said that? In about 5 years, holler at me, Miley Cyrus. It was somebody, bro.
I think that was that Mac Man?
I don't know who the fuck that was, but it was somebody.
Think that may have been Mac Man.
But it's like, what do you mean? Like, you look at her and be like, not yet. Not yet. But then, like, we got to think back in the 80s and the 90s. It was cool to pick your girl up from high school. It was cool for the drug dealers, for the dope niggas to have a young, because now you can manipulate her. Now she's your property. Oh fuck, I'm low on money, or I need some weed. Hey, go fuck this dude real quick. No. Then the lack of experience from being a fucking kid, you think that's what love is. Again, in that Life Jennings song, it said, like, he said, if you love him, you'd give it up. If you love him, you'd give it up. Well, why? If you love me, you just wait.
You hear me?
Why does your love have to overshadow my love? Because my love comes with me taking care of you. My love comes with everything else. But your love comes with dick. That's not an equal exchange.
And it's the same way whenever you hear these husbands come out and start talking about how they get sex only for what? Their birthdays. Birthdays, Father's Day. They getting sex. You feel me? They not getting.
But then you have females like Ayesha like, Curry still wanting compliments from other niggas.
And like some of them do be out here, you know, doing what they want and how they feel. Just exactly like, I mean, because you got to think some of them was also raised by some of these males that were said pimp back in the day.
Right.
You got to think
not everybody, like,
they end up having kids that are daughters from said pimp, from granddaddy pimp, basically, from back in the day.
Pimpin' been pimpin' since pimpin', man.
You hear me? So you think that they are gonna allow their daughter or granddaughters to come up without the knowledge of how a man will basically think of, like you just said, being back in the 80s and 90s, of picking up a teenager and trying to get her mindset to do whatever I needed her to do.
Right. But see, probably by that time, that's the thing. He's probably been to jail. They probably don't have a good relationship. Even if he is in her life, like I was saying earlier with Elijah, if I didn't choose to do shit with my life, it was probably better for me not to be there. Why would I show him how to be a not shit nigga? I'd rather have been dead, bro. Exactly. So at least somebody can show him something better. Exactly. So how are you going to tell this little girl, hey, these niggas is not for you or whatever? Dad, you've been in jail. You have different women up and out. Like, look how you just talked to this girl.
Yeah. Look how you just treated this girl.
Right. Like, I'm a big battle rap fan, and there's this battle rapper who's also a rapper named Sue Surf. But he was talking. He was like, man, what if my daughter grew up and want a nigga like her dad? That has to mean something to you, bro.
And that's real, though. Like, they got to understand that that's real. Like, that's so real. Because some women go exactly for how their father was, how their father treated their mother. And then they expect it to change because of that word you just said, love. They gave, I promised you dick and love. And that wasn't the case.
Right.
You was just only getting a dick.
Right.
I got you pregnant. And now, oops, I'm gone. And what it does, leave the single mothers out here to raise these children. And then they teach them. Of course, they try to teach they girls.
Yeah.
Especially, baby, don't get played by no guy. Trick them if you can. That's where all the tricking came from. And then the guys, of course, start paying, trying to pay for attention, pay for it, whatever the case may be. Like, it comes full circle sometimes.
And I feel like another thing, like, we gotta stop looking at adults as a different species than teenager and kid. That's the same fucking person. The same kid that was molested or abused is the same teenager. That same teenager is that same adult. So how can you expect that kid in a grown-up body to know any different? That's still a kid in there. Like when you talk to some of these niggas out here, bro, they sound like children.
That's
true. How do you think that way, bro? How do you act that way?
Yeah,
you're grown as fuck, bro. That's still a kid, bro.
And nephews and the whole nine that still think that way, and I'm like, man,
Yeah, like wisdom doesn't come with age, bro. That's still the little kid in there, bro. It's just a grown man body.
Yep.
So when you look at all of these people who are in prison or who are in juvie or whatever, if you did an IQ test, them niggas is dumb as fuck. Because there's still a kid in there. That kid made an adult decision without knowing what an adult is. I had a son without knowing what it meant to be a father. I had a son before I knew what it meant to be a man. I had a son before I even knew who I was. But we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. I'm glad that I was able to at least kick it into gear to figure some shit out.
Because you have to, like, and mine was like a sense of like pretty much having my boy. Like it was.
If he was your first, right?
He's my second.
Okay, but your first son.
My first son.
Okay.
I have a daughter and a son. Like, and it was crazy right there because I really wasn't able to be there for like my daughter like I wanted to be. So like I had to do some growing, and in the meantime I end up having a son, and by the grace I was able to, like you say, kick in the gear and showing him exactly how to do this, how to go about it, how to get it, how to follow, how to lead, because the only person I'm following is the man above.
Right. And that's the beauty, man. Like I always used to say, there's no blueprint on how to be a father. Mm-mm. Which I kind of lied, because in that Bible, like people, this is not a religious rant, guys, but and plus since we're the people, it's not religion, it's heritage. But anyway, it says in the Bible, in Proverbs, beat your son with a rod, bro, because he will learn from that. Like we said earlier, like we were talking about earlier, not beating him, like hurt him, but discipline him. Like we were talking about earlier. Get up, John. Get up, Elijah. Bro, you're okay. Stop crying.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You touched that, and I told you not to touch. Smack. Because if you touch something when somebody tells you not to, they'll put a hole in you.
Exactly. And then
my whooping is the representation of that bullet going in you.
Exactly. And me telling you to stop, why do you think I tell you stop so many times? Because that's all they're gonna tell you to do is stop. And right. you don't stop at the time that they tell you to.
Now you're resisting arrest.
Oh, you resisting. Guess what? I think you pulling for something. I fear for my life. And now I'm out of son. No. I need you to listen. And I tried to calm them down because of course they bouncy. Like boys are just bouncy, like act like they can't sit still for nothing. So I have to grab him and by his shoulders, and talk to him
for sure. And people don't. So I learned it from my dad, but it's so I snap at Elijah. So when I try to get his attention, I go Elijah, and people, especially my mom, who's like, he's not a dog. He's not. That's not what I'm doing, Mom. It's to alert this little nigga because I can say Elijah. He'll still watch that TV. I can say Elijah. He's still in La La Land. So I need at least 2 different things to stimulate this nigga. Elijah and then, what is that noise? Oh, that's Daddy.
Okay.
You feel me? Yeah. Or it's just, if we're walking, if we're walking and let's just say, there's a stranger or whatever and he don't hear Elijah or whatever. Hey, come here, Elijah. And he's, oh shit, like this is familiar.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how you have to get them because, like you said, you got to stimulate their brain twice.
Right.
I just said they bouncy.
The boys do not hear a thing. They be
they shit you say.
They be in their own world like the whole time. Their own world.
Man, I bet you didn't take the meat out the freezer once or twice in your day.
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Man,
not once
there's
or twice.
nothing. There's nigga. I tried to rub it. I tried to. I tried to
get it wet, then straight to ice right. Like it was gonna change something.
Mama, I don't know what was going on. I thought the hot water was cold water. I don't know, mama. Nigga, I tried to boil it. Nigga, we're having tacos anyway. It's gonna get brown. Man, but that's the thing, bro. Like, especially black boys, we are so. Like, when my son was little, there's people all the time. Oh, he's so handsome. He's adorable. And I was thinking, at what age do little black boys become scary?
That's a great question.
Because even when I was a kid, and people like, I hope when people hear my podcast, it's not, I tell people all the time, my mom's half white. And the reason I speak so strongly for our people is because my own white mother had to tell me how to be less black in front of white people.
Ooh.
Son, you're too big and intimidated. You gotta chill. Don't reach for nothing. But for y'all, it's just y'all just experience the encounter however y'all want to go.
And
that fucks you up, bro. Like, how do you not think of yourself as something less? You have to coach me on how to get pulled over? Getting pulled over is scary in itself, especially a new driver, especially a teen.
Man.
But now I gotta act a certain way on top of being afraid. How?
Telling you, I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous the first time I ever got pulled over.
I'm nervous now.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous.
Like, I got pulled over with Elijah in the back, and I couldn't find my wallet. That was the scariest shit in my life. Like, right when this nigga walked up, I was like, hey, bro, I got a gun in here. You know, like, I just want you to know, like, my wallet's in here as well. He was like, don't touch it. I won't touch mine. Cool. I just need you to know, bro. And I couldn't find and I just paid for McDonald's. I'm like, where the fuck is my hands is shaking. And I don't know if he, like, notices any of that, but leaving, I felt like the biggest bitch ever. I'm supposed to be a man. I'm supposed to protect that little boy in the back. But I was afraid of his authority. I was afraid of what he can do to me.
Man, and
that's crazy.
Yep. And I think that's what's the part that's scary. It's not necessarily that I'm getting pulled over or all that. It's the authority that they have over us.
Which is, because if you think about what a police officer should do, it's not what they are.
Exactly.
Like, nigga, you're pulling me over for accidentally speeding or running a red light and you're giving me a ticket? Why couldn't you be like, hey, man, this is what happened. Just be careful next time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. I appreciate it. But now it's, nah, bro, you ran that red light, nigga, or you didn't stop fully at the stop sign. Now
let me touch your car.
Yeah. Oh, you smell like weed.
That's the first thing and favorite thing that they do. Yeah, we smoke weed. You see it right now. But at the same time, the first thing they say is, oh, I smell something.
Yeah. How the fuck y'all know what weed smell like, first of all?
That's what
I'm trying to figure out.
And the first thing I say, well, what, you smoking it in your car?
Right, bro.
Because it's not in mine.
Right. It's not in mine. I can smell it. I don't know what you smell, sir. I farted a little bit ago. So
you smell an ass? You like to smell ass?
But now it's, oh, you think you're funny. Or now it's get out the car.
You been a wise ass.
Yeah. Huh? It's like, damn, not anymore. Not anymore.
I remember one time just got done doing some teenager shit, hotboxing the car and shit, and end up getting pulled over.
Ooh.
Wasn't driving, this is the funny thing, it was a white driver, but it was 4 black kids in the car with this white driver. And the car reeks of weed. Like, it reeks. So, it was over some stupidity stuff. It would have been okay and decent, but the dude wanted to make an improper turn. So, of course, I understood why we got pulled over. You know, I mean, they doing their job, but For you to do this while we just got done doing that, that was silly.
Yeah.
You know, even I understood at that time.
You gotta have right niggas, bro. Like either hotbox alone or no niggas who know street. Or like the street law, because people say you don't drive when you high. I'm the most cautious nigga when I drive, bro, because I know I'm high as fuck.
Exactly.
I know I'm can't walk
going
straight.
The speed limit and everything.
What you? I'm waving to pedestrians.
I'm so friendly.
I'm doing this now, nigga. It's not even this no more. It's, how you doing? Like that's one of those.
That's why I keep it like, all right, now.
Yeah. Man,
yeah, man.
Woo-wee.
And so we ended up getting pulled over. The cops pull us out, all in handcuffs, but it was just like,
damn, he had 5 handcuffs.
No, by this time it was it was snow on the ground, and you should have seen how quick cops got there. I said, "Wait a minute, y'all don't never get her this fast. Y'all don't never get to a."
There was snow on top of their boots, nigga. Before they.
When I say they pulled up like 4 more cars deep, I said, "Oh, they are serious."
I wonder why. I mean, I guess with weed comes the assumption of selling, which now comes with the assumption of guns. So I can see that, but I'm like, weed don't make me want to shoot nobody, bro.
It made me want to go eat something.
Right. Like, have you ever tried to cry when you high? You be like, oh, no, I'm good. No, bro. Fuck, let me just go outside.
I can't even cry when I'm high.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever cried when I'm high.
Right, bro. It's so difficult.
Yeah, I take that back. If I'm laughing at something, I'm crying like a motherfucker.
Right,
like,
bro.
It's just, it is what it is.
Like, I don't know what it is about me, but so I just told you, my puppy passed away, and I was upset that I had to spend all this money because I'm like, bro, this is a lot of money to try to keep him alive. So my baby mama was like, smoke this blunt. And I'm like, nah, bro, nah. I'm wanting to be mad, but I get home, I smoke me a blunt, and I'm like, fuck you, bro.
Give me another.
Like, why is it bad for this nigga to survive, Julian? Why is it bad?
And that's my thing. It's like nobody wants to be put through pain. Nobody wants to keep going through pain.
Right.
So like,
but don't be doing those hard drugs. Like, suffer. If it's between suffering and fentanyl, bitch, you better suffer.
Do you hear me?
Right.
Suffer. Don't do none. Don't do none of that. Because like, it's hard.
Yeah, and yeah, people experience some shit. And I have a podcast where I have 5 different things that I feel like people can do to help with their depression or with their sadness. But one of the things is just find like-minded people. Find people that are your people.
Yeah, you have to.
Because now you're
definitely.
Like Michael Jackson, right? He was like, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. He can literally be looking at the man in the mirror, but he can also be looking at people who reflect everything that he is. But just like me and you, we connect on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like we met when I was a teenager and still have shit to talk about. Still, growing up and shit.
Because I'll never forget when I first came in there, and I think it was my first time working. I think it was I working the evening shift? No, I think you was working the morning shift, wasn't you?
Probably, bro. I was so fucked up back then, bro.
Like, I can't.
It was one
Me
of
too. I mean, I was hard working. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't smoke at the time. I mean, fucked up, like, mentally. Like, I was lazy. I didn't want to work, bro. It was a whole shebang, bro.
That's what it was. You was working the morning with me because they wanted you to work lunch and everything with me. Like, I was going to sit there and bash you on what you was doing, but you was moving. And I'm like, you did more than what the dude that's supposed to be in our position is doing, or that's above us is doing. So like, I don't understand what's the complication with this man. Yeah, if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, I think that's what we call for, right?
Yeah, and that nigga Mario, bro, he got mad because I was in culinary school at the time, and he wouldn't let me wear my chef uniform because it had the culinary school on it. And he was like, well, it's not your culinary school, so you can't wear. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking chef uniform, bro.
It used to piss me off. I understand that. But at the same time, like,
we're in the back. No one sees us.
Right. We just need to be safe. Chef uniforms are meant for you to be safe. They're thick, so if something spills on you, you're good. If something pours on you, you're good. You're not back there in a fucking a beauty pageant. Even though chefs pride themselves on the clean.
Come on now, that's what he prided himself on, was being in the beauty pageant. He would come in like with a whole chef coat on, like
and do jack shit,
and would catch no spills. Like the jacket is still clean at the end of the day. Like, how are you a chef and your jacket is clean like that at the end of the day? If you're really doing work, something's on that jacket. I'm not saying that it got to be straight up filthy.
Yeah, and then his shit was always baggy. Like, nothing ever fit. He was an odd body nigga, bro.
That's because I ain't going to say that. Like, you go get me started.
And he lived with his mama.
Like
when I first met him, bro, he was like, yeah, I don't even hang out with my son because I'm here. What, bro? You choose this place over your son?
Nah, but that's what Lewis going. See, he told me. He said, "You're not ready for a higher position because you're not ready to leave your family." That's crazy, like, what you mean, leave my family?
Yeah, and as men, like, I understand some people. It's okay for them to, I'm making money for my family, so this is why I'm doing it. It should be okay for a man to be like, I value my time with my family more than what I can financially give to them. My presence.
I feel like it's both. Like, you just got to do it the right way.
Right, because, like, well, let's just say you're the person who values time with your family. You have time with your family and you're still making money.
Exactly.
But on this nigga, you're just making money. You're not even spending time with your family.
Exactly.
At least I can do two.
So you missing out on, like, memories and time that you can't get back with your children. Like, everyone grows another age every year. Yeah. So why are we gonna sit here and act like, this money is gonna replace everything? No, it's not.
I forgot what NBA player it was. But he was like, man, when I was coming up in the league, I would always choose basketball over my family. And now that I'm at the end of my career, I look back and I'm not in any pictures. I'm not in any memories. And he was like, I could have did both. Bro. But you waste all that time thinking this is more important.
And see,
you forget what truly is important.
What the world wants you to think, that you got it. Certain things are important. You can't put things on pause, or you can't put this on the back burner for your family, or you can't do any of that. You got to go hard for their company and for them in order to make your dollar.
Right. I don't know if, I think it was a quote. It was like, don't kill yourself for a job who can replace you the next day.
They don't give you 2 weeks when they gonna fire you, do
they don't. They don't give your wife money for your burial if you die on the company.
They don't give you nothing, if I'm not mistaken.
They'll probably just put your picture up and, like, employee for 20 years.
I doubt that.
Man.
I doubt that.
That's why it's okay, guys, to be upset. But you have to focus that anger and that resentment inwards, and make it positivity. If you don't want to work for somebody, then don't work for somebody.
That's just that simple.
But you need to be on your shit so you can now take care of yourself. Like, this is going to be my way of life one day. But I've been slacking in some areas that can potentially put me on that path. Okay. But I'm still showing up on time at work. I'm still making sure all my stuff is done. But shit that betters me, I'm not doing. That's weird.
And that's another thing you got to get, and you got to get. Goes back to me telling you that you got to love yourself, and you got to give yourself self-love, self-care as well. Like, yeah, you're doing a lot for everyone else, but you also got to do a lot for yourself, right, in order to maintain your sanity to get through what you see as pain.
And the biggest thing I feel like that fucks us up is titles. Having titles on things. So I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son, I'm a whatever. No, you're Julian or you're John. Yep. You are who you are.
I'm just me.
And who you decide to be around is an addition to who you are already. Like, yeah, in reality, you're a son, but you don't have to hang out with your moms. In reality, you are a brother, but you don't have to talk to him. So thinking that, oh, I have to act this way or I have to be this way because I'm this title really fucks things up. You forget what actions come with that. Well, if I'm a brother, let me reach out to you. Let me talk to you. Let me whatever. Or if I'm a son, let me show my mom I appreciate her. But when you remember, oh, I'm an individual. Let me take myself out to eat. Let me buy me some Jordans. Let me.
Yeah, because people tend to forget that about
right. You. Because when, like, with me losing weight and me doing everything that I'm doing, I now give my family something to be proud of. I now give them a slither of hope that maybe their life can be a little different. Or I try to be the type of man that when my sisters see me, they were like, man, maybe I want a man like that. Because he's respectful. He loves his son. He's this. He's that. But if you're not doing anything for yourself, now you are just son. You're all just brother. Because you don't add anything else.
Right. So you got to keep pouring that into yourself as well.
Right.
Just like you pour into everyone else.
Exactly.
You can't just stop at everyone else and hold yourself limited to that title. Because like you said, you are an individual.
Right. And why not be that nigga who holds the umbrella? Of course, everybody underneath it is being protected, but at any moment you can walk away and still be good. And they're in the rain.
And I'm cool.
Cool.
So
cooling. Walking on sunshine.
That's why I'm
straight up teaching, like, just...
Right, bro. It's okay to be alone, bro. It's okay. Like I said, bro, in 30 years, 55, bro, I'm not even going to know half these niggas I'm going to meet. Or I'm not even going to know half the niggas I already know now because I'm meeting more people.
Exactly.
All the females that I feel like I'm hungover now, I won't even know their names in 30 years. So why do we make today feel like the rest of our lives? Why when we go through a breakup, we think it's the end of our forever? Why when we fail or get a bad grade or whatever, why do we make that our forever? And in reality, that shit doesn't matter.
Because that's what
like
it's basically programmed to do, and that's what...
Right. Like, I understand, live in the moment. Like, I have this acronym, MAF, M-A-F, moment and future. Live in the moment, but also plan for the future. Appreciate everything that's going on right now. Like with our sons. Like you said, every year they're going to be a different age. And with that different age come different things that they want to do. Different activities, different whatever. So time moves on. And you have to appreciate that. But in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, all right, when he's 20, he needs to have a blueprint of everything that he needs to succeed. So I'm planning for that future while also enjoying everything that he got on.
Everything.
It's not hard to be a fucking father. It's not. Show up and love that boy or girl to the best of your ability.
Unconditional.
Show them what it's like to be appreciated before the world show them that they're a piece of shit.
Exactly. That's why you tell them where their mistakes are, and you also compliment them when they're doing right.
Right.
You don't leave that out. You don't just bash them where they do wrong and think that's okay or whoop them. No, tell them that you appreciate them doing right. You appreciate them doing better with their siblings or whatever the case may be. Don't just shut it out to be nothing but negativity.
There's nothing worse than a confusing ass whooping. Why did I just get
plenty
hit?
of those.
Right, bro.
I'm watching TV. I don't know why I just got
smacked. Nigga, I got whooped out of my sleep once. I was like, I'm supposed to be safe. It confuses me. Because you know I'm dumb, nigga. I'm in there fighting zombies and shit. I'm like, why am I getting bit?
Hey, I'm telling you, after that, makes you not go to sleep.
Man.
That good. Years later, I'm telling you, you always up. Looking like somebody's coming after you.
Right, man. And you're...
That's trauma, for real.
Your children, if you decide, whatever child, because, you know, there's some people who are step parents, or some people who are foster parents. If you have that title of father and you accept that role of father, you got to understand whatever you do, you need to be okay with those decisions. Don't allow people to tell you how to raise your child. My mom, I told my son not to do something. Remember, my mom told him, was like, oh no, it's okay. I looked at her, I was like, please don't do that. That's my boy.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't listen to me, the fuck he's gonna listen to?
I tell my mom all the time.
Right, like there's a certain.
Why you think that's okay?
Right, like I understand you can talk to me how you want to, Mom, but you ain't gonna talk to him like that. You're not, or not like that, but you're not. If I'm here,
and I didn't gave him a command or I told him not to do something,
right,
and instruction, and you just like, nah, that's not a void. You ain't got to do that, because my mama does that a lot with my son. I'm like, hey. Don't do that. I say, because he knows he's going to get in trouble if he continues to listen to you. And he tries to smile and creep over there to her. And I'm like, no, I asked you to go, please. Like, if I asked you to do something, that's what I need you to do.
Yeah. And sometimes children don't need to know some shit. Like, that because I said so shit just needs to be because I said so. Daddy, can I come play with my toys? Nah, Daddy's chilling. Well, why? Nigga, because I just want to chill. There's no explanation that I should give you on why I should want to chill. Yes, you don't know that I pay bills. Yes, you don't know that I work and do all this extra shit. Yeah, but you know if I want some free time, it means Daddy just wants to. I don't know, but maybe it's me, bro. Like,
be like, I'll play for like 2 hours straight with him, and I want to go finally do something that I want to do. Yeah, and he'll run right back in there with there. I'm like, nah, not right now.
Right,
He'll leave, come back. I'm like, oh, so we're gonna keep going at this.
Yeah, but that also, what I've noticed is. That separation gave Elijah an imagination outside of this world. Yes. My son, bro, will be over there talking and playing in different dimensions. And I'm with like...
different ninjas, different characters, different powers.
And I just look at him and be like, cool.
I'd be so amazed. I'm like, man. I said, and then it takes me back to when I was a kid and had to play what I had.
Yeah.
I had to create what I could create. Because, of course, that's the time. I mean, we was left alone, but we're also not leaving them alone. We're also
ours was kind of neglect. Theirs is just some y'all time.
Yeah, that's y'all time. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand that y'all need to have y'all time, and y'all need to have space and boundaries. So therefore, when you do go out in the world, you understand that people have space, they have boundaries. You don't cross that unless they invite you.
Right.
So.
No, man. I mean, it's been a bit. It has been a beautiful journey for sure. A difficult one as well.
Most definitely.
Like I said, you don't have a blueprint. And there's some things that I do that my father used to do, and I feel bad. Or there's some things my dad used to say that I would say. And I'm like, bro, am I slipping into that? And you're not. I mean, if you allow yourself to continue then
you're slipping. But once you recognize that, you go and do stuff that's different.
Right. Because, I mean, you just... I'd rather be... So, there's this anime, Records of Ragnarok. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen that... I don't know. What site is that on? I think
it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
So, there's this character called the Greatest Loser. And he lost so many times that he is now unbeatable. Unbeatable. Because he's learned from every master he's lost, he learned how to beat them. So when he came back, he won. So his whole thing is, I'm going to get my ass whooped for as many times as I can until I can win. So as men, you got to be okay with being the biggest loser. As long as you come out a winner. I say it all this time. I say it a lot on the podcast. Come out a winner. Exactly. It's okay you got cheated on. It's okay.
It's all right.
But come out a winner. If they won, if him fucking your girl is his victory, then your victory needs to be abs. Your victory needs to be more money. Your victory needs to be something that now he's more jealous. If he was jealous of your bitch, make him jealous of your house. Make him jealous of your money, because he can't get that.
Yeah.
He can get the pussy. He can't get this house.
Yep.
He can't get these he can't get these whatever.
He can't
so give niggas something to hate about that they can't take.
What I'm growing with or how I'm growing.
Right. Whatever a nigga can take from you is not yours.
At all.
Like, I understand people get robbed. That's not what I'm saying. But if he can willingly take it and they willingly go, that's not even yours, player.
Nope.
It's not. Nobody can walk in this bitch and take anything without me punching them in their face. I'd never punch a nigga in the face over no female. That's not mine. I don't even ask the bitch whose pussy this is anymore because I know it's not mine. Don't even tell me it's mine. Don't. Fuck you, bro. Don't even tell me. This is your pussy. This is your pussy. Bitch, get off me. No, it's not.
You lying to me.
Right. Right. Pussy make me a sandwich? No, it will not. So it's not mine. Okay? Man.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
Man, women are great. I love women.
Yeah.
They just don't love a real nigga, bro. I don't know what it is. No, I think what it is, I'm too good for these women. And that's okay to say. And women, you should feel the same way. I'm too good for these men.
And they do. And that's the thing that I want to say. Like, how come we can't say the same as far as we look good, we smell good, and we can be good, and we can do good just as well as they can say the same thing about them.
Right.
About these women. They say, "Oh, we're good. We do this. We cook. We clean. We take care of our kids." And well, we can too.
Right.
So
because the world,
you can't discredit me.
No, and it's not that they try to, right? So with my son's mom, she didn't have a father in her life, and the discipline I tried to give Elijah, she was like, "I don't like hearing you discipline him," because it's new to her, or when she did have it, it was a bad experience, and she was like, "Well, I just have to leave when you discipline him because she don't fare well with it." But with me, it's a necessary discipline, and it has to happen because now if he has a level of fear and respect for his parents, now. I mean, okay, so fear is not like, oh, I'm scared of you. Fear can be like a respect thing as well. I think they can go interchangeably. Because if I fear you and how great you are, like, damn, let's just say God, right? Like, damn, God can destroy the world, or he can, cause mountains to shake or whatever. I'm so afraid of that I'm in awe of it. I'm like, bro, that's great. So let me chill. When you have a child that sees you like, okay, my dad, he takes me to the park, he does this, but he's also on my ass.
Yep.
So let me chill because I know that my dad can be amazing, but when I step out of line, I know he's coming down.
And he gonna come down with that hammer if he has to.
Right, and I feel like that's how we have to continue.
And that's how I go with mine. I mean, we cool. Like, we have fun. Like, all the time, just having a blast. Whether it's throwing the ball, hitting the ball, like, it doesn't matter. Like, what we doing. And I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. Because at that age, I didn't have a dad to throw the ball with, play basketball with, or anything. So
yeah,
that's just incredible within itself.
For a long time, man, I told people that I was jealous of my son because of how involved I am with him. Because with him, it's normal. But even to this day, if my dad says, I love you, like when we hang up the phone, I'm just like, nigga, get off my phone. Not that I don't love my dad. I just didn't hear that a lot. So now I'm a grown man, but I'm going to use this word. It feels icky. You feel me? Like, my dad saying I love you feels icky, bro. Like, it's like, nah, bro, I'd rather you not, bro, because I know you love me, but this is not you. And please don't try to make it you now, because the little boy in me knows who you truly are. And just because you want to change in your older age doesn't mean the man I know is gone.
Yeah.
The man that I'm reintroduced to is new. But the man I know is not. Right. The man my son's gonna know is not the man I grew up with. And you know that goes probably with everybody. You know, parents grow up and age too, but please just keep it the same.
And see me,
because it's gonna break. Knowing that you could have been this man that you're trying to be all along breaks me more than who you were. Yeah. Because now you are reminding me or giving me a reality that could have been mine, bro.
That could have been.
Could have been mine.
I have to go through what I had to go through in order for you to come back. Oh. Like, and see, that's why I try to say that. I tell mine I got a lot of love to give. I'm going to love you whether you like me or not.
Right.
Whether you mad at me or anything, I'm going to give you this love and this support. So, like, anything you want to do, we're going to try it. I won't let you give up. I can't let you quit. So, we're going to follow it through, and we're just going to love each other and support each other.
Right. And what children need to understand, man, is like, your parents are not saying, I mean, good parents are not saying shit to make you feel dumb. They're not saying shit to make you not have fun. They know. They know the other side of this.
Man, especially the ones that actually care.
Right. That's like you going to school with your kid and the teacher asks, "What's 1 + 1?" You say 2 and your kid's like, "No, it's not." What do you mean, no, it's not? I know it means 2. You just learned math.
Right.
You were just here. What do you mean you want to walk out with a crop top and booty shorts on? These niggas want to fuck. Mom, no, this is hot girl summer. This is independence. Is it? Is it?
Yeah. Nothing tight allowed outside my house.
Or what do you mean dad sagging and, being belligerent? That's just our culture. Is it? You saw Black Wall Street. You saw, when we started loving each other. Is it our culture?
That's why I say why we can't love each other and get along.
Because that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Let's do it.
But would they allow it? Because they didn't. They haven't. Even slavery, light skins in the house, dark skin, they didn't allow us to love each other.
And that is still happening to this day.
For sure.
And it is so crazy.
Right.
You're light skinned.
Yeah.
You're light skinned.
I'm starting to get a little darker, but like you can see, bro, like I'm light as fuck, bro.
I'm light than a motherfucker.
Man. Everybody can see that shit. Like, and it's annoying. When I say annoying, it's like everybody got to say something about a light skinned and a dark skinned. Oh, you light skinned niggas are like this.
And Drake and Kendrick is not making it easy.
Man,
I'm glad I got a little darker so I can choose a side now. But leave him alone. Leave him alone, bro. That's Drake. He's Canadian, bro. I never knew Canadians were tough, bro. They play hockey. They play hockey.
What the hell you mean? They ain't got nothing best up there.
Yeah, they play hockey and still not the best in the sport. Didn't they start that motherfucker, bro? That's like us starting basketball or white people starting basketball.
Hey, well,
name me all.
Hey, the overseas, the international players are taking over that. What you mean?
Nah, bro.
Start thinking.
Who's your Anthony Edwards? Just put on a masterclass last night.
And that's what I love about Anthony Edwards is because he is making a case for us.
But he stands on business.
Right. But listen, yes, we're talented, but we survive on athleticism and just being black. If we learn how to be finesse
and shoot.
Steph Curry showed you what it's like. That light-skinned boy was shooting the roof off this place.
Man,
and then you have Rajon Rondo who was throwing dimes, nigga, like Houdini. Let's get back to the fundamentals of basketball. Then these other, there's no competition. Once we start playing, like that's why the Redeem team, I believe it was when Kobe came. Or it was Kobe, the Dream LeBron. Team. Yeah, it was the Dream Team or the Redeem Team. One of the teams that kept getting beat because these niggas were just good teammates.
No, the team before that, before the
Redeem
team,
because
they was getting their ass whooped. That's when Kobe came back and was like, "Hey, nah,
yeah,
we supposed to go check these motherfuckers right now."
Because we're us, bro. Like, we're us. What was that? I don't know if it was like a skit or something, but it was like, how are y'all losing? You're black. They were like, don't you mean we're a better team? No, you're black.
Nice.
Beat them. But I feel like that's what Kobe was doing. Like, there's Lucas over there. But we're us, bro.
We should be dominating everything over there.
I love everybody. I feel like everybody has an equal opportunity of being great. It's just some people have a little better advantage than others, and that's okay. Because man, there's this one person, when I first started comedy, there's this guy who was like, yeah, man, something about Soul Train. I didn't know what Soul Train was at the time. He was like, how do you not know what Soul Train is? I feel like you should have your black card revoked. I was like, nigga, I take white privilege. You can have my nigga pass, bro. I definitely switch you in a heartbeat. Don't you dare. Man, just let me have a big dick and good athleticism, and you can have everything else. Let me have something. But the good Lord blessed me with a white mother, so I couldn't experience the full blackness. But
man,
it is what it is.
People see me and think I'm mixed off rip, and I'm not.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm white. No, she black.
She's black.
She just like as hell.
And everybody was like, "Oh, that's just slavery down the line." You really think everybody's just really getting fucked and raped, bro? Like, there's full black people out here, bro.
Well, shit. When I looked at my ancestry, shit tells me probably so.
My family wasn't the ones who fought, bro.
I don't know what to tell you. We was in the in-house. That's why they keep calling us in-house niggas, I guess.
Man.
I mean, it's just what it is. Like, that's why, and that's the line that the dude used to me at school when I was a kid. He said, you was an in-house nigga because of my skin color. I said, oh, yeah, we got to fight. Yeah, I don't know if you know what that mean at the moment. Hey, look, I didn't even know what the fucking meant at the moment. I just knew we had to fight. Fuck it. We got to fight. What?
That's the funny thing, bro. Like, instincts. Animals know what to do, and they just know what to do. Like, fly south for the winter. How the fuck they know where to go? Or, like, hibernate. What the fuck? How do your body know it needs to...
You need to...
It's just like with that word. You feel it, and you're like, I don't know if I like it. I just feel like we have to fight. And I apologize if I'm wrong, but yeah, this word is somewhere in me. Somewhere inward. Somewhere inward.
And that's how it basically was. It was like, nah, I think this one is it right here.
But once I started getting older, I started to appreciate that word a little bit more. Especially when other cultures try to use it. Let's just say a white person, right? Want to say nigga so bad because they idolize black people or black culture.
Oh, let's just say, what you mean they want to?
Right. But let's just say we brought their forefather back. Let's just say the most racist nigga that lived in their family tree, and they put him in a conversation. How disappointed would that man be? What do you mean you like these niggas? I own these niggas. Nah, you see how cool they are? Look at these dances. Look at they women. Look at their style. That right there is the biggest flex that is in life, bro. You can't tell me the biggest flex as a group of people than other people want to be like y'all and use the word their ancestors made for y'all to be low, but they see it as something higher than even themselves. That's the biggest flex. Name me a group of people who have a bigger flex than that. Who went from slaves. When you think of American culture, what do you think of? You think of basketball. You think of rap. I mean, of course, it's like gangster rap, but it's like we are American culture. And at one point, we were as American property.
And they tried their best to have it not like this. Like, that's the funniest part. Like,
tried so hard.
They tried so hard to.
So we have to be a special type of people.
That's why I say we gotta climb out and love each other.
Bro, because when you think about it, 400 years of just being able to be killed freely, and y'all still survived. That's weird. They damn near extincted the Jewish people. They was damn near out of there.
And we still here.
Crip walking. We out here. Talking about we real niggas, we this, we that. No, bro, you're still fucking property, bro. Man, they just learned how to make $1 off of it.
Yep, they're still making $1 off you every single day.
Right, bro, and people don't like. I don't know if you saw them, but the Hebrew Israelite people who be out in the corner and shit. Mm-hmm. People don't like them, and I understand why. You know, some people are extreme with their beliefs, but the foundation of what they're built off of is such a beautiful thing to me. And what I've noticed is how when you have the same fear of something, like let's just say the Lord, right? The difference between the Black Panther Party and the Hebrew Israelite thing, or the group, nation, whatever, I don't know what it's categorized as, but the Black Panther was infiltrated because you just had black men in a black group because nothing else was available. So when your opposition comes and say, hey, I can give you all this money, or I can kill your family, you will disappear if you don't work for us. How easy is that? That's why they didn't last. But with these Hebrew Israelite men, they fear the Lord. You can't beat that. Like when you see all these Middle Eastern people blowing up for their God, how can you kill a nigga who's ready to die for something he believes in? Exactly. So with these men, if God is above money, how are you going to tell this nigga you going to give him money to infiltrate your people? If he's not afraid to die because he knows that eventually he'll be saved, you can't threaten him.
At all.
And then when you have a whole bunch of niggas who's ready to die for each other, you ain't scaring nobody. So when you say we have to love each other, we have to come back to the foundation of what kept us together the whole time, which is the Most High. Because once we have that, what can they do to us that's not going to be done to them in Judgment Day? If all they can do is eventually kill you, and if you're okay with that, then nobody can fear you. Like I was listening to I don't know if you watch MMA, but Justin Gaethje is a UFC fighter. He was like, man, I was always afraid of getting knocked out. But once I came to the fact that I could possibly get knocked out and I was okay with that, I had fun every time I was in the cage. Because I knew that the worst I can do is get knocked out. So why not enjoy myself? Why not just go in there and have fun? Like, you feel me? Like, yeah. If the worst can happen and I'm okay with that. But that's the thing. Go? Yeah, why not do it? And that's what people like. You have to be okay with dying, bro.
Yeah.
Like if somebody God forbid, if somebody takes my son from me, I feel like I've already came to the conclusion that person no longer will be here either. And I'm okay with leaving in the process.
Exactly.
Because that's mine, bro. I'm willing to die about it.
Oh my.
I'm willing to kill everybody alive. Like back in the day, I heard this thing. I don't know what it was, but it was like, would you let your son die and save 100 people? Would you let 100 people die and save your son? Nigga, fuck them niggas, bro. My son will
save my son.
And people were like, you would let 100 people die? I'd let 200 people die. I'd let 200 people die in a cat. Like, bro, what do you mean, bro? Looking in my son's eyes is the first time I felt unconditional love. Because I look at my parents now and be like, I could hate y'all. Oh, yeah. Everyone, thank you for checking out this episode. We're definitely going to do a part 2.
Part 2, yeah.
This is John. Sure. I don't know if we said his name. This is John. He's really nice. He's going to be have a food truck soon.
Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm going to hit y'all up. Show y'all what it's about.
But all right, everyone. Love your kids. Love yourself. Love people who look like you. Love people who don't look like you. Because, again, we all got to live on this earth together. And what makes it more enjoyable?
Make it great by saying hi to your neighbor and hello.
For sure. All right, y'all. From us to you, may your pain be champagne.
Already.